Um, I was on the news for buying $3,000 worth of groceries. I didn't mention penny shopping. I didn't mention where people could find me. I didn't look for people to find me. I think those are two totally different things. So let me just shut that down real quick. Hey guys, I'm Krista. I do post videos about penny shopping at Dollar General. We're going to outweigh or weigh out the pros and the cons of this. Also, if you guys would like to see where I was on the news, by all means, I'll share it with you. It's, donating really isn't something I try to brag about doing. I feel like when people do that, it's because they're trying to hide something. Like, hey, don't look over here. Look at what a good person I am. And so I did afterwards share it because it was cool and fun, but it wasn't meant to get publicity or to pat myself on the back. So I think those are two totally different things. Okay. We did, if I recall, talk about couponing some, but it wasn't like I'm a penny shopper. You can buy things for a penny. Not at all. In fact, we might go watch that video and pull it up and react to it right now. Okay. So initially, well, let me rewind. Last night, I'm going to bed. It was 11:08 p.m. and my phone went nuts. And I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? What's going on?" And I was informed that penny shopping had been on the news. So, after receiving this link, probably no exaggeration, 50 times since then, I decided we'd go live and talk about it. Few disclaimers I want to give out. And we're going to talk about my cons as well, so I'm not just trying to throw the freebie guy under the bus here. Let's talk about it. Since you want to Krista was on the news, let's talk about it. But okay, I got to remind you guys of a few things. Number one, let's talk about the situation of penny shopping being on the news. I think it's really important here that we do not attack someone. Obviously, our decisions don't make us who we are. We can make bad decisions. I've certainly made bad decisions. I'm sure that at some point I'll make more bad decisions. It doesn't mean I'm a terrible person. And so I do kind of want to make that very clear. In fact, recently we've talked about on my other channel, I believe was it this channel or was it? No, I think it was my other channel where I personally think that adult bullying can be not okay. And I just want to be sure that that's not what we're doing here. It's not my intent at all. I think though, on the other side of that, when you are someone who has done, a similar job to my job for years, you have to know that people are going to comment on what you do. People are going to talk about it. And it would seem that the intent of this is so we would talk about it. I don't know how we would say that wasn't the intent of the situation. Okay. I've tried real hard all morning to think about this and try to find some type of way that I could justify it, and I can't. Fun fact. And I wonder if this is why this happened. By the way, let me say first, do not ask Dollar General employees for penny items. Okay. Just in case you're new here. A few months ago, I wonder if this is what is sparking this to happen. Okay. And I want to warn you because this is about to happen unless they cancel the show. I was approached to be on a show a couple months ago. And at first I was really excited about it. I was like, how fucking cool. Like, I'm on YouTube. Obviously, I am somewhat deep down. I would be in denial if I didn't admit that there is some part of me who likes attention, right? Um, but I went after being approached about being on a show and asked my members, group members, hello, members, thank you for being here, what they thought about me being on a TV show. Then I quickly realized after we had a conversation, I only asked them what they thought about me being on a TV show because I knew me being on a TV show was fucking selfish. So I stopped all contact with the TV show and decided that if I did that, it would be incredibly selfish of me. Now, let me be clear here. The TV show made it clear to me that they wanted to talk about couponing, not penny shopping. However, as someone who posts the penny list, it's so the penny items obviously are much more exciting. There's not a whole lot of training that goes into it. Kind of anyone can do it, whereas I feel like with couponing, you have to learn about it and things like that. Penny shopping you have to learn too, but not nearly as much. And I would be delusional if I didn't recognize that if I were on a TV show, even if it were for couponing, people would look me up, find me, and see penny shopping. Right? So, as someone who does this for a job and makes a living this way, um, you know, I want to make money. And I know from personal experience that if I was just a money hungry bitch, I could make lots of money. If I just had no thought about you guys or anything else, I could just make so much money. I could do a sponsorship every video. I could be on TV shows. I could contact the news and be like, hey, we buy things for a penny. Oh my god, oh my gosh, blah blah blah, right? And I could get recognition for that and be have lots of money. Okay. I could have so much money. I could just lay here and rub it all over myself. But I decided personally for me a long time ago that I would put your money first always, and then things would work out for me. And I'm so glad I realized that because it has, right? I could have a lot more money, but I'm doing okay. I'm not struggling to pay my internet bill. I'm not. Um, So I do want to get your thoughts on this again without, making this about like being mean and bullying someone. We can talk about the situation about penny shopping being on the news without doing that. And I just want to ask you guys in the comments, in the live chat, please be aware of that and think about that because as someone who does post on the internet, I know even when it's just a few negative comments, sometimes it can feel like a lot. Like those negative comments can be really amplified and feel like it's a lot when it's not. So just keep that in mind, please. And I'm going to try really hard to be careful of what I say. I've made my personal feelings about some other people very clear. I don't think that everybody has good intent. I don't think that, everybody thinks the way I do, and not that I always have good intent, because I'm sure there's things I've done that where I didn't have good intent. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and paint myself as a perfect person. Even when we paid for people's groceries, um, I questioned myself and it was that the right thing to do. And I decided with the pandemic and everything going on in the world that, even though it worked out and I don't think that there were anybody who disagreed that was just looking for followers. In fact, I didn't gain a lot of followers because of that. And on the news, I never even said that I wanted people to follow me. That wasn't my I more so wanted the store to get recognition because the store allowed us to do it. And believe it or not, we had a real hard time finding a store that would allow us to do it. Do you think Dollar General will let us do it? All right. So, also, I do want to talk about something else that is blatantly obvious to me. And it may not, and I know for some of you it is. Let's talk about, well, people already talk about penny shopping on YouTube because that obviously is a point. I wonder, no, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because it's just so much. I should have wrote myself notes, honestly, because it's just so much. And like thinking about it this morning, I was like, this is just, it's like too much. It just feels really fucking selfish to me. I really tried hard to think, how can we justify this? Like, what would have been a way to be like, you know what? The risk of ending penny shopping, the risk of, people going into the store and causing chaos and all this other stuff, it just outweighs, him trying to be a good person and like genuinely trying to help. What what am I missing? Like, what is it that was really to help others and not this person? I can't think of one thing. Not one. And I'm sure I'll make mistakes. Like I said, I don't want to paint myself as the best person ever. I never want to do that. Um that's why I started my YouTube channel. But I think people's intent matters, and I think if your intent is to help people in some type of way, your mistakes can be overlooked sometimes. But I've just noticed this kind of progressively getting worse, especially with specific people um, who only care about being the first to post, who only care about being known, who only care about money and those types of things, and don't actually care about our community. Now, let's get back to the thing of you post it on YouTube anyway, okay? Because this is something that has always annoyed me. And I think it relates to you guys as well, because I guarantee that the majority of you are either active on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, one of those platforms. Okay. And you may be thinking to yourself, what is the difference? And I'll tell you the difference in being on the news, promoting penny shopping directly. I mean, this wasn't even like, why not promote something else? And then if people find penny shopping, fine. I don't get it. I can't figure it out to save my fucking life. But anyway, I can see traffic sources. So I know where every person comes from, pretty much, on YouTube, as well as on Facebook. They kind of give us analytics of where people come from. It was a really hard decision for me when I first started posting about penny shopping on YouTube because I didn't want to ruin it for everyone. I didn't want to ruin it for myself. Um, and so even if you watch my earlier penny shopping videos, I say in those videos, I will never post the penny list. And I do now. So we know that's changed, right? And I'm just calling myself out. Nobody's ever noticed that, but I'm just going to call myself out. Okay. Because I think if I go ahead and do that, then there's no, like, we're being transparent. And I think you guys appreciate that. And that's one thing that shocks me about this whole situation, because I feel like if I make a mistake, I know from experience coming on here and saying, guys, I made a huge mistake and I'm so sorry, that you guys are much more forgiving than if I just were to ignore the mistake and pretend like it didn't happen. And so I do and have always liked to point out my flaws, even though that's really hard to do. But let's get back to this. You post videos on YouTube, so what's the difference? YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram typically only show these types of things if you're interested in those types of things. For example, a news broadcast is a really good example of this, because if you watch the news, even whether it be CNN, Fox News, some small news organization, no matter what it is, if those platforms see that you're interested in those topics, they will likely send you more videos about those topics, or they'll be on the For You page or homepage or whatever. Penny shopping is the same way. And we know this. It's in my analytics. It says it so clearly. If you watch a clearance video, a couponing video, some type of discount shopping video, likely, penny shopping will eventually show up in your recommended, right? And so does that justify it? I don't know. But I do know that what annoys me the most when people say that is I know for a fact that I get more people introduced to me through Facebook than anywhere else that have no idea who I am. And because of Facebook recommending things. So a lot of people will say it's not right for you to post on YouTube, but actually at the end of the day, I know from looking at my analytics and where people come from that if we were really trying to keep it a secret, Facebook's the problem, not YouTube. And every person who's ever said that to me posts like on Facebook and is active in Facebook groups. Okay. So just know that. Now, does that make it okay? I don't know. I feel like we all had to hear about penny shopping from somewhere. And let's be honest here. If you coupon, eventually, somewhere down the line, you're going to hear about penny shopping. If you clearance shop, somewhere down the line, you're going to hear about penny shopping. How I justify it to myself is at least you guys know, and you're all familiar with me, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know what I'm going to say. I'm not tricking people to get here and then be like, oh, by the way, penny shopping at Dollar General is a thing. You know what I mean? The problem with being on the news is this was in the Houston news. And by the way, we were going to react to that video, but I was scared of getting a copyright strike. Even though I would have won that battle in the long run, I didn't want to risk getting a copyright strike for my channel. And so I decided that we didn't need to react to the video. But there's something else really important that I want to point out to you. And that is by sharing this video, by not this video, but the news video. If you didn't see, it's a Houston news video that is like, don't go to Dollar General without checking out the freebie guy for penny shopping because he bought these rugs for a penny. Anyway, so if you didn't see, and it was on the Houston news, which if you don't know, Houston's kind of a big city. I don't know if it was on how big that news area covers or what any of that's like. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I don't think it matters. The audience of people who penny shop, those of you who watch my videos, are generally speaking ages 30 or 25. Most of them are like 30 to 65. And those are the same. It's the same demographic of people who watch the news. So will those people be interested in penny shopping? Likely. Is it people who would have been introduced to penny shopping? Some of them, for sure. Some of them eventually would have heard about it or seen it or been in the store and somebody mentioned they bought things for a penny or, I don't know, somehow been introduced. But I would say the majority of those people probably wouldn't have been introduced. The reason I think it's such a slap in the face to this person's viewers, to the people who watch and comment and like and share this person's videos is, and if any, I swear to you, sweet baby Jesus, if any of y'all say Texas is a big state, I will block you. The majority of people who have always watched my YouTube channel are people in Texas. And so I think that is a huge problem that this was aired in Texas. Okay, it'd be different if it was like some hole in the wall in Indiana, um, and blah blah blah. But it wasn't. It's in Texas, in Huston, Texas, and that's just at least what we know of. Um, is this because he's going to come out and promote being on that show later, and it's going to get even worse? I don't know. Maybe. I hope not. For you, for me. I want to be honest and say, taking you guys out of the equation of this, and it could potentially ruin penny shopping for us all. This is a good thing for me. It just gives me more traffic, more followers, um, more money. Okay. So you would think I would be happy about it, but I'm not. But it's a good thing for me personally, but not for you guys. And I try to make it my mission to put you first always. Like, I work for you. Even if you're not a member, you don't pay any of that. If you are here, you penny shop, you at some point watch my videos, go to my website, any of that. I try to always put your money and your financial situation ahead of my own, always. Sometimes I'm sure I've messed that up, but even just like being on that couponing show, I realized that that was me putting myself first, and it just wasn't a good idea. Even though it would have been really good for my financial situation, it would have been really good, and I could have justified it by saying, but it was about couponing, not penny shopping. But at the end of the day, it I even if you guys didn't give me flack for being on the show, I didn't want it wasn't right. I didn't feel like it was right for me to do. Right. As far as me being on the news, giving away paying for $3,000 worth of groceries, I had good intent. I didn't promote myself. Never at one point being on the news was I like, go follow me or any of that. I didn't even mention like, um, my handle to follow me or anything. That's not what it was about. So, I just want to make that clear. Have I made mistakes? Sure. Again, I just want to reiterate, I probably will make mistakes in the future. I'm sure. Um, it does kind of make me wonder why he hasn't come out and said, I'm sorry. This was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. It makes me wonder why. Uh, and that's just as far as I know. Since we were talking about it in the Telegram already, I asked some people to go see if he had made a statement about it because I don't follow him or anything. And they didn't see anything. But I hope that he does come out and say, this is why I did it. I'm real curious. And again, I did try to like justify it to myself in some way. Like, I don't want to just throw him under the bus, or like be like, ha ha ha, this is really great for me. I tried to justify it and think, well, you know, I can't think of one even small thing where this is helpful to anyone. And please be careful. Let's talk about the situation of it being on the news, not the person. I have to keep reminding myself of that as well. I want you guys to remind me if I forget, and think of that yourself as well, because again, it can feel like you're being attacked, even if it's just a small number of people mad at you. I know that from experience. Those hate comments stand out way more than the positive ones do. I don't know why that is. I guess it's just the way our brain works. So please, do that, and keep me in check as well. I appreciate that. I actually didn't watch the video of the news video until right before I went live, because I wanted to watch it for the first time on and react to it. But again, I was afraid of getting a copyright strike, so I didn't. No, I think he personally reached out to them. I've been on the news. I think he personally reached out to them. I also, I think he personally reached out to them for sure, without a doubt. I would love to be proven wrong with that, but does it really matter? I would love for him to prove me wrong on that, though. I don't think that I'm always a good person. I try to be, and I think that's all we can all try to be. There are things that I get wrong in my life as a mother, as a person who makes YouTube videos, as a friend, as a human being. There are things that I do not always get right. I admit that. I'm not trying to paint myself in the best picture. I'm not trying to make myself look better. Even though I could, I feel like this does in a way kind of make me look good. um it's not my intent. I can make the same mistake later down the road. um but again, it does shock me that he's not come out and apologized and said, at the very least, I'm sorry. I was, I didn't think it was going to be like this, like because also another problem is, once you agree to be on the news, and I know, again, because I've been on the news before, um, they interview you or whatever, and you can make an agreement with them, like, and I suspect that he did tell them, you have to leave in not to ask the Dollar General employees. And I think that was his way of saving himself, like making himself look better for being on the news. I do 100%. I can see right through that. But the news station, the coupon show, has control of the final edit. So, unless, which I guarantee that there's no contract with them or anything like that. Um, and he could make a verbal agreement with them, but they have control of the final edit. Like, this could have been even worse. And luckily, it is what it is. And it's still bad, I think. I think it's really bad, actually. But it could have been worse. I can't believe he actually said employees leak secret info. That also was a problem for me. And another thing I want to point out to you guys, is, with Google, you can have it set up to where, if for example, I do this with free and glitches. I have my email set up where, and my Google, where if anybody posts something that has the word glitch in it or free, I get an email notification once a day of everything that was posted that says free and glitch. Now, I don't usually look at those emails. Usually I just delete them. But it's an option. And for corporations like Dollar General, I would assume, especially since they have a PR team, public relations. I know they have a PR team. I've spoke to them. Um, I would assume that Dollar General has it set up to where if somebody mentions them, they get a notification. I don't think for a second that Dollar General is not going to see this. They're definitely going to see this, without a doubt. Even if they don't have those notifications set on, they're going to see it. Um, I think Dollar General knows that us in the penny shopping community, and when I say I think, I don't think, I know that they know that we think, like, everybody keep it a secret. We don't want penny shopping to end. What if Dollar General just wanted to be real fucking assholes and ended penny shopping at this opportunity, because they were like, now everybody will blame him, not us. We have an out. People aren't going to be upset with us. They're going to be mad at him. What if they did that? Like, that crossed my mind. I was like, oh God. Can you imagine being the one that ended penny shopping for thousands and thousands of people? I don't know how you'd live with yourself. I don't. All right. Do you guys have anything you want to say? Please, I want to remind you, let's talk about the situation, not the person. I've tried really hard to do that. Um, yeah. Also, something I really want to um say, and I think we started talking about this and I got distracted. I'm sorry. I should have wrote myself notes for this because my mind is just like, like, how could this happen? This is so bad. I oh, it's so bad. But shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Let's be nice in the comments, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, in sharing the news video. If there is someone that you feel like you need to just send a screenshot of this news video and send it to your friend and be like, Becky, what the hell? Did you see this shit? Screenshot it. Don't share the link because I had a video that last week, was it? I shared on Facebook. I think it was actually 2 weeks ago. I shared the video on Facebook, and because I don't often share my videos on Facebook anymore, um, it had gotten like something, I think it was 3,000 views within the first hour. I shared it to a Facebook group, by the way. So it was like a private penny shopping group. It had got something like 3,000 views from the Facebook group in the first hour the video was posted. So YouTube sent me a notification. Um, you have a lot of people coming from the outside onto YouTube, and because of that, your video has basically taking off. And so my point with that is telling you by commenting, thumbs up or thumbs down, sharing the video link, any of that, you are promoting that video. If you come on this video and share the video to your friend or your mom or your sister or whoever in a private message and say, Chris is such a dumbass, let's go leave her a hate comment and thumbs down the video, you are doing nothing but helping my video. Just FYI. So if you feel the need to talk about this with your friend or something, if you're going, although I don't, let's not do it in Facebook groups because it will become a bullying fest. If you do it and you're going to go against that, fine. You're obviously an adult. I don't want nobody to feel bullied though. But screenshot it and post it. Don't share the link because we don't want the YouTube to get a signal there's something about this video and then YouTube to send it out to all the people who watch the news, and then we're screwed. You know what I mean? So just be careful of that. It's already went out to thousands of people being on the news, and it seems to me that it was on like several different broadcasts, not just one. Like it wasn't just on the 11 o'clock news. It seems to have been on the morning news, the midday news, and they seem to have aired it several times. You guys always tell me that you love this shirt. Thank you. Let me know if you guys got any. I know I keep saying that and then I keep going off on a tangent. But if you guys have anything, what are we missing? You can Google now, and several people are posting on their website, like the penny list. Yes, but here's the difference in that. You have to look for that. People are coming, hearing about penny shopping, whether they be in a store and somebody walks in and says, where's the penny items? Right? A lot of times people go to Google because a lot of people tell me that they find me this way. They'll go to Google, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and search penny items at Dollar General. And that's how they find penny shopping. Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. That's so sweet of you. You don't have to do that, but thank you. Um, Yeah, but I don't know that that's true, Melanie, because it's obviously not ruined. I don't know that there is that many new penny shoppers now than there was 5 years ago. I think it may seem that way because it's amplified, because it's in Facebook groups and it's on YouTube and it's on TikTok and Instagram, and it may seem amplified to you, but I don't know if that's true. I and also the good news is this, okay? Let me tell you the good news. And let me be devil's I don't know why I can't talk. Devil's advocate here. It's going to sound like I'm on the side of the freebie guy, but I don't think I am. But I do want to let you know this, and this is the good news. This is the good news for all of us. A lot of people will find penny shopping and then realize that it's work, and they go inactive. Even in like our Facebook group, which is called the Penny List, we put a stop to any new people joining at this point. But for the first year that we started that group, mind you, we don't accept about half of the requests to join. Half. But in the first year of that group being a group, we had 52,000 people in the group. And that is even though we didn't accept about half. So that means had we accepted everyone, we would have been well over 100,000 people. The reason we didn't accept about half of those people is my goal is not to be, I don't want to be the first to post. I don't want to be any of that. I don't care about being the person with the most followers. That is a vanity number. We don't care about that. We want you to have accurate information, and kind of be, I guess, have knowledge about, what penny shopping is, how to correctly find penny items, how to know what the policy is and where to find it, things like that. Okay. I truly could care less how many subscribers I have. That number means absolutely nothing to me. Nothing. It used to mean a lot to me, but it doesn't now. I could care less. But a lot of the people who find our Facebook group are people that were recommended from Facebook. They didn't come from me promoting Facebook on YouTube, like saying, go find our Facebook group. The majority of them come because they're recommended. Facebook's like, hey, even though it's a private group, hey, check out this group. You might like it. And so again, that's my issue when people say, yeah, but you posted on YouTube. There's people posting about it on TikTok. All of y'all found out about penny shopping somewhere. And I'm going to go out a limb here and say the majority of you found out about it on Facebook one way or another, right? I bet if I did a poll where you found out about penny shopping in the chat, I found out about it on Facebook. Yes, penny shopping and couponing is hard work. Yes, thank you for keeping me on track, Rachel. What I was saying is align Facebook and end up realizing that it's worked and not following through with it. Or they penny shop for a little bit, get the things that they want to get, and then move on. Can you imagine being a Dollar General employee in Houston today? How so? Like, I feel like this is so selfish. So selfish to the people who watch, comment, like, share, like your own audience. What you're saying is you don't care. And I would love for this person to make a statement, because I would love to know what, like what? You're basically saying, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I would just get new subscribers. It's wild to me. But beyond that, can you imagine how messy the Dollar Generals are today or this week or this weekend? Can you imagine? It's so disrespectful and selfish, even to the Dollar General employees. Be careful of, I'm afraid that you all are going to go watch the video. And that's why I wanted to give you kind of a, I know like curiosity, it gets you, right? Be careful. If we all go seek out the video, it's going to do really well. And it's one of those things that can be dangerous, right? Like in short, let me tell you, just in case I can help with your curiosity, although I know a lot of you are going to go watch it anyway. Basically, it's news, and you guys have seen the news, and they're like, don't go to Dollar General without checking out the freebie guy, because there's penny items at the Dollar General. Yes, he bought this rug for a penny, this throw for a penny, this mug for a penny. All this was just 1 penny at Dollar General. That's the summary of the little segment there. Yes, don't make the video go viral. Please, please. Let me tell you what I did last week. We had the biggest penny list of the year, right? And not to pat myself on the back again, I want to be very careful about trying to like make myself look good. Most of us don't come out and like are like, here's all my flaws. Most people don't do that, and for a reason, right? I'm probably not going to do that either, but let me tell you what I did last year when we posted the same penny list. My video got 100,000 views of the closed pennying, the one that was what, 2 weeks ago, and I did a part 1 and a part 2. I believe, I know one of them hit over 100,000 views, and the part 2 I think got very close to 100,000. So this year, I decided that was not what I was going to do. In fact, I posted part 2 on a smaller YouTube channel where it only got, I don't even think, I think 20,000 views or something like that. And intentionally did that so less people would see the video. Again, I'm not trying to be like, but Chris is great, because it's not ever my intentions. I do things, I'm sure I'll make some huge mistakes, okay? Where I feel like I love you guys and my audience is I feel like you guys are comfortable telling me when you think I make mistakes in a nice way. Now there's always that one person who is an ass, and like with the gas the other day, there was this one lady who was like talking all kinds of shit about me because I sent out a text saying that there was a gas shortage. I didn't say everybody go buy gas cans, freak out, and get as much gas as you can. No, I said, just in case you don't watch the news like I don't, there's a gas shortage, fill up your tank. But anyway, that one comment, even though there were even today, I seen a whole thing where a lady had made a Facebook post and was like, Krista, thank you for letting me know there was a gas shortage. I didn't know. I got to fill up my car, and now there's no gas in my area. Had you not told me, I would have been screwed. So on my end, though, the negative comment just feels, even though it was just like one, I think, there may have been more, but that's the one I've seen stands out to you and feels really loud, whereas the positive comment was a better comment and who I needed to pay attention to. But the negative, I forgot where I was going with this story. Shit. 1 million people in his Facebook group for penny shopping, but I don't think so. I think this is a little skewed, and here's why. I think that's his Facebook page, not group, or maybe it's a group. I noticed that when he started, it appeared that he had bought somebody else's Facebook group. And I don't know if that's true 100%. But I think also that it was initially a group for something else, and they changed it to penny shopping to make it look like it was a big group, to make it look like it was. Again, some people really care about how many followers they have and those vanity numbers. Um, I would encourage you, if you post penny shopping videos or any kind of videos for that matter, not just penny shopping, couponing, lifestyle, whatever you post about, don't worry about those numbers. Don't, if you do, you're only caring about what other people think. So it was on the Houston news. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you got gas. I I realize that I do have influence, although like just a situation happened to me last week where I was like, "Oh wait, they're talking about me." You know what I mean? Like so I do have to remind myself personally of that sometimes because it's easy to not see yourself in that way. Or at least for me it is. I know some people see themselves as famous or uh, you know, I don't think I would ever see myself in that way, and I try to like keep people around me, like Lori here in the chat, who will call me and tell me I'm an idiot, um, in the nicest possible way. Often, people like William, who's very active, and I'm sure you guys, if you've been here, know who William is, but he's told me, Christy, you were wrong. And I think it's important to keep people around like that who will tell you when you're wrong, tell you when you made a mistake, but do it in a nice way, obviously, so you don't make the same mistakes again. So I am grateful for those of you who do that, for Lori and William. And even though I'm not saying each of your names, but you guys know what I mean, all of you who are willing to be like, this is a mistake, that didn't hit right. Krista, you should never say that again, or don't do that, or this is a bad idea. I'm grateful that we have an open dialogue here, and you guys are genuinely, most of you, super nice and helpful. And also, you have good intentions, most of you. Even if you make a mistake, and that's where how I was looking at this, and where I couldn't find that this was a good idea, because I think people's intent matters, and I can't see where's the intent, where's the good intent for this. I don't think there was any good intent. I think this was meant to, maybe I'll get more followers, I'll get more money, me, and I would love to know that I'm wrong on that, but I just can't see the can't see the positive here. I don't see it. Bye, Rhonda. Yeah, you can watch it if you want. I would recommend not promoting it. And keep that in mind. When y'all watch my videos, you're promoting them. Even if you don't share it, you're helping. Even if you thumbs down my video and leave me a hate comment, you're promoting my video. See that when you look at other videos. If there's something you don't like, if there's someone who you think is going to end penny shopping for us, stop clicking their links, stop liking their post or disliking their post, stop leaving them hate comments. You are only helping that get more traction and more views. I don't know if they still make YouTube videos or not. I have no idea. I should have looked, but I just don't care to. I've seen right through this for a long time, and I don't know. I think this is also goes back to where and not talking about that specific person, but the the problem is a lot of people, um whether it be on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, want to be the first, right? And so if something, let's use Red Square Shoes for an example, because that is a great example. Red Square Shoes has surprise pennied every single year for like 5 years, every year, like clockwork, baby. Now, when things like the pretzels and the cheese balls or the Red Square Shoes go down to 50% off, everybody is like fighting to be the first one to post it because they just want to be known to be the first one to post. I think that is so problematic because now Red Square Shoes is on the penny list. This year was the first year. I believe 100% the reason that happened was because people posting. I don't know why else suddenly they would be on the penny list. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. And those of you who have joined the membership, I appreciate you guys as well. And let's talk about that too, because I think that's another thing I get a lot of shit for is the memberships. But I want you guys to see this from my perspective. And I think this is a great time for us to talk about this. This is my job. This is how I feed my children. Obviously, since this is my job, I need to make a paycheck, right? Uh, you're not forced to join the membership. I post everything I post for free eventually. So you're not forced to do that. You don't have to do that in any way, shape, or form. I get a lot of shit for the membership, but one of the reasons I was able to not, 2 weeks ago when we had the biggest penny list of the year, I literally tried not to get as many views as normal for you guys, is because I now have somewhat of a more steady income because of the memberships. So those of you who are able to support us through joining the membership, I'm so grateful for that. And that's one of the reasons, honestly. And also, you may not realize it, but by doing that, one of the reasons that we started the membership was because at the time I had someone working for me who I couldn't afford to pay, a livable wage, even though they were a contractor. I was probably really only paying them what would have been like equal to like part-time if they had a real job, right? But they needed to make more money. So I decided to do the memberships, and I was really scared to do it. I didn't want people to be upset with me. I didn't want to make it seem like my intent was to only get money. I really just wanted to help the person who was helping me at the time. Definitely not now, but at the time. And so I'm so grateful. And I know not all of you can afford to join the membership, or even want to, or think it's a good idea, and that's fine. But I just wanted to point out, I think this is a great opportunity for me to point out why that it was crucial for me to have the membership, and at least now I have a steady income. So it's a win-win for everybody. Eventually we post the information for free. But those who are in the membership get the information ideally early, not always, but when possible. And it filters through people who may have seen penny shopping on the news and just suddenly don't know what they're doing and ended up here. So thank you, truly. I'm not a member, but I think it's great that you have that option. Yeah. And I don't hold it it's not a personal thing. If you guys can't join the membership, it's not like I'm like, Sarah didn't pay. It's not like that at all. I've been in positions, and in fact, that's how I got here, where I didn't have a lot of money. Okay. I've slept in my car. I've stayed at the homeless shelter. Like I've told you guys this. Like it's not like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth and, you know, Yeah, and definitely the membership is not worth it. And I don't want to make this about the memberships because sometimes I do that on accident and it seems like I'm just trying to promote it. And that's not really what I'm trying to do here. But I did want to point that out. I because I do catch a lot of hell for that. Sometimes, not all the time, but just randomly sometimes. But I want you to see it from my perspective and see that at the end of the day, it is kind of a win-win because then I'm still able to focus, as if this was a full-time job, probably actually more than a full-time job, the hours worth and look for surprise pennies and make screenshots and type lists and all that kind of stuff. And I'm able to essentially work for you guys, whether you pay or not. Because I promise you, and the freebie guy included, if we stopped posting the list on websites and Facebook groups everywhere, you guys wouldn't know what penny. Like it would be such a hassle. Penny shopping is easier now that there is multiple people posting the list. But I think when new people start posting the list, and even worse, when new people start posting the list and they're not even getting their own information, they're just stealing it off everyone, it can be so problematic because things like this can happen. And this is not even we're not even talking about somebody who is new to posting. This person is probably, um, you know, uh, the next. I started posting, and then maybe a year later, or less, he did consistently. So it's not new. But imagine what can happen though. Now that we know that this happened, imagine with those new people posting the list, what could happen. This could be really bad for us. Please help me, Alexandra. I want on Clubhouse so bad. It's not promoting it. Well, how is it promoting it? I didn't tell you the name of the video. The people watching this video are people who penny shop. It's not promoting that video. You already know about penny shopping. Is there one person in the video right now that didn't know about penny shopping before now? I guarantee you there's not. One. Come on, guys. One. Anybody? He doesn't need to promote it. It was on the Houston news. Houston's a big fucking city. You can't be that dumb. One of the memberships is only $2.99 a month. Tammy. And if you're having financial issues, email me, Krista Ramsey, the number 6@gmail.com. The reason I decided to make this video is because people kept sharing the news video to me. And I was like, like you guys needed, it was very clear to me, you needed to get it out of your system. Like you guys, a lot of you seen that and were pissed. Fucking pissed. Understandably, I think. Because I think it's a slap in the fucking face. Um, and so I felt like my original idea was if we just all watch the video together, it's not sending new people to that video, and sharing the link a gazillion times. And so it would keep that video from going viral. Um, so that was my original idea. But then I decided not to react to the video and watch it in here because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. But I don't know how that's promoting the video. And if I'm wrong, by all means, tell me I'm wrong. But I don't think so. Everybody here is not new to penny shopping. We already know about penny shopping. This is not, like I said, I'm okay with being wrong. I love when you guys are nice and tell me that I'm wrong. Because sometimes I am. I can't always be right. I'm mad at William. Williams told me I was wrong before. But why would he do that though? I don't know. I can't figure it out. Unless it was only to because he thought it was going to get him more followers, more money. I don't know why. It was clear though that you guys needed to kind of vent about it. Even though this is a good thing for me, okay? This is a good thing for me. This is only going to get me more money, more followers, more members, more money, honey. This is a good thing for Krista. I wish it wouldn't have happened. I'm so lost. What are you lost about, sweet pea? I don't want to say the name of the video because I didn't want to promote it. I didn't want to help the video go viral. Here's another thing I know from experience of posting YouTube videos and Facebook posts and Instagram posts and all that. If let's say I post videos about something else, crafting, and all of a sudden I post a penny shopping video, even if I have a small audience, that penny shopping video has way more chance of going viral and getting a lot of attention if I don't normally post about that, if it's not a common theme in my videos. And so it gives the news video a lot more chance to go viral. So that's another reason why I don't think we should share the link or, everybody go watch the video. It's why I didn't want to tell you what the name of the video was. I almost showed a screenshot of it and I was like, eek, that's a bad idea. I wonder actually how long ago this was originally posted because I did notice this week. Let me show you this. This is very interesting if it'll work. Maybe YouTube's not working right now. Usually because I didn't post a video for like 4 days. And usually in my analytics, if I haven't posted a new video, like they start going down, right? My analytics of how many people watched and subscribed and all that. And YouTube separates them from your views to your watch time, to your subscribers and how much you made, revenue. And so typically, if I don't post a video, my views go down naturally. And so does my watch time. So does my subscribers and my revenue. But this week I noticed, and I noticed this before I knew this was on the news. This week I noticed everything's down. My views, my watch time, my subscribers, or my revenue. But my subscribers is like this. Phew. Again, good thing for Krista, not good thing for everybody else. So I do wonder when this was posted originally, if it was aired originally a few days ago, and maybe we're just now like words getting out about it or what. I don't know. Me too. What's the Clubhouse? Clubhouse is a iPhone only voice social media platform. Instead of typing and video or any of that, it's just voice. Everybody talks. It's like, do y'all remember? How old are you? Do you remember when they started chat rooms? I remember my mom coming home from work and me being like, Mom, I'm talking to somebody from Alabama. I can hear them talk. And I was in a chat room and people were talking with their mic instead of typing. And I thought it was the craziest thing. But I was really young. I was probably 13 or 14 years old at the time. Hey, April, welcome to the membership. All right, guys, y'all got anything you want to add before we go? I hope I did this video good. I know my thoughts were kind of all over the place. I should have wrote myself notes and kind of went through them that way. In short, I think it's going to be okay. I hope. We just have to really hope that Dollar General doesn't end penny shopping, right? And I do think this was very selfish I don't know. I wish I could justify it in some way. Because I don't want to throw him under the bus completely. I know I'm going to make mistakes. I know that I could just as easily make a bad decision. Um, I know that. Just like being on the TV show. I could have never thought about y'all and just only thought about myself and made the same decision. I I I I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Um, and I hope he makes a statement about it. Maybe if he does, we'll talk about it. Maybe not. I don't know. Um, I do have some videos that we need to react to that are not regarding penny shopping or anything. To this topic, thank goodness. There is a show coming out. Is it going to shine a light on penny shopping? Maybe. Makes me wonder, like I said earlier in this video, if the freebie guy is going to be on the show and they're promoting him on the news. Like if the show reached out to the news to promote him to promote the new show that's coming out, I wonder, because if they reached out to me, likely they probably reached out to him as well. And they didn't just reach out to me as Krista Coupons. They reached out to my website, to my Instagram profile. They reached out to me like everywhere. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that they also asked him, if he wanted to be on the show. Oh, okay, Shonda, I will. I feel like he's been in the business long enough to know this is a huge no-no. Yeah, I agree. And I think that, you know, even with just people we've had recently that you guys maybe unfortunately have heard me talk about, people that I know that I've parted ways with because they didn't have good intentions, but now they're posting about pennies. It's scary because, if your intentions are to be famous, which is so ridiculous, um, this could go really wrong for us. It really could. Voice chat on Telegram. Yeah, there is a way to do that on Telly. Yep. Happy birthday. I love that we can keep up with your birthdays through the text. I think that's so cool. Telegram, sorry. I call it Telly behind to myself. You can't find the subscription to what? The membership on YouTube? He admitted to getting leaked documents from Dollar General employees. I know. I've seen that. Ugh, so don't be devastated. Please don't. Even if penny shopping ended tomorrow, we would clearance shop. We would find other ways. Don't worry. Don't be devastated. Should you worry? Yes. I think it's fair to worry. But don't be devastated because it's going to be okay. It'll work itself out. Oh, there should be a blue join button underneath the video, unless you're on Facebook. I'm also streaming this on my Facebook page, the Penniless by Krista Coupons. So I wonder if they're on YouTube or Facebook. Hey, Tashana. Tashana was there when her family come and helped us when we paid for people's groceries. If you didn't see anything, it's literally about penny shopping. So if you didn't see anything about penny shopping, you definitely watched the wrong video. It's about penny shopping. That's what it like. That's the whole. It's not about anything else, which I don't understand because he also posts like sweepstakes and stuff like that, right? Why not just promote those things? If you really wanted to be on the news, why not promote those things? I don't get it. Who did what? The freebie guy was on the Houston news promoting penny shopping. No, Lori, only the Krista Coupons channel. I haven't added memberships on my other channels. All right, bye guys. Is he from Houston? I wondered that too. I know I do remember him saying once, I don't know if he told me specifically, because I did have a few conversations with him privately at one point, and then I realized intentions I didn't think were they didn't like he didn't line up with me. And so I was like, don't really want to be a part of this. No thanks. But I do remember at one point him saying, and again, I don't know if it was to me privately or if this was something I heard publicly. It must have been privately because I don't think I've ever, aside from when he first started posting videos, like watched his videos or anything like that. But I do recall him saying that he had something like $300 general stores or something, like a lot. So enough to be like, oh wow, he must live in a big city. So I don't know if he's from Houston. I have no idea. What is your membership? The membership is a way to support the channel. We have closed it out to where we used to allow people to go into our Telegram group, which is extremely helpful. Because the intentions were not just to make a lot of money, I closed the Telegram. The people in the Telegram felt like it was big enough where they could get information, but it wasn't like sharing the information with everybody and all that. And I want it to be worth it for them. Now, the membership is going to be, we're working on a Facebook group. Like it's already open and you can join the Facebook group. But it's new and it'll take some time for that Facebook group to, um, get to where we need it to be. But in all honesty and fairness, when you join the membership, it's just a way to support the channel. And we talked about it earlier in the video where, it's a good thing that we do have the memberships because then I don't have to try to struggle to live and eat and feed my kids and all that kind of stuff. So I don't need to try to get more viewers or anything like that. In fact, I purposely sabotaged myself recently. EFW. I don't know what that is. All right. Bye, guys. Oh, and let me say, because I do see somebody say I unfollowed him. This video, my intent was not to get you to do that. You can make your own decisions. I felt like, based on how many messages I received last night alone about this, that you guys needed to kind of get it out. And even though it's a good thing for me, it upset me as well. I think it's really selfish for everybody in our community. Um, Even though it will, at the end of the day, get me more followers and stuff. I don't necessarily care about that at this point. I just don't. I almost kind of wish I did, but I just don't. And I know a lot of people who penny shop because it's their only option. It's their only option to feed their kids or get new stuff, you know? Um, I just hate for it to end because of something so selfish, to be honest with you. Oh, thank you for explaining that. He has done prior interviews about this before in his area. See, what? Why? Stop! But people continue to support. And my goal is not to get you to unfollow. Let me go with that. You're all adults. We're all adults here. I think, out of my however many followers I have here on YouTube, 200,000 plus, only a few of them have ever been people under the age of 18. Like, my analytics are like 99.9999999% adults. Thank goodness. So you make your own decisions. I just felt like this was something that we needed to talk about. I'm not trying to get you to unfollow someone or anything like that. You make your own decisions for yourself. You can give your opinions here. I've told you guys even multiple times in this video, when I do things that are wrong, I like when you guys, as long as you do it in a respectful way, let me know that I'm wrong, because I may not see that. That's another thing with doing this type of job. It can make you very out of touch with reality. Because I am so isolated. I don't have a normal job where I go and I see other people in person and that kind of stuff. I work by myself most of the day. I mean, of course, like, we have the mods and the Telegram and people that I'm actively talk to. It does make me feel like a lot of the times I am out of touch with reality. True. I hate to admit that, but it's true. It really is true. And I'm sorry about that. Um, it's frustrating for me, because I like to talk. I like people. And now I'm just like alone all the time, you know, and it sucks. But so I wonder if maybe that's part of why this happened. I think that's maybe my only justification that I could think of how this happened. Because it makes me wonder, like, is he maybe just really out of touch with reality and um doesn't see the problem in this? But I can't imagine as many messages that I got that those same people didn't also message him and be like, dude, what the fuck? I don't want you to message him. I certainly don't want you to leave him any hate comments or anything like that. I've told you guys the story. I was in a situation where these adult men, one of them touched the other, and the man said to him, get the fuck off me, blank. And the guy went and took his own life. And that day, like that, right after that. And it was directly because of what the other grown man said to this other man. And we don't know when it's like the worst day of somebody's life. I don't, my intentions are not to, you know, I guess, bully this person in any capacity. Again, I wanted to talk about the situation of it being on the news. But on the other hand, when you are a public person, you have to know, kind of the agreement that you have is that, just like I know, there are people who are going to leave me negative comments. There are people who are going to talk about me. I've had people make videos about me. I've had people make videos about me and say things that are not even remotely true, like just made shit up. Um, and I've had people do that in real life too. But there's some type of understanding that that's going to happen when you make videos on the internet or you post on Instagram or whatever. Have a good day. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I don't promote smoking either, but it is what it is. I'm hanging up now. William said you said bye 10 minutes ago. I know. I do that in every video. Get used to it. Suck it up. Can you ask that question again? What did Catherine ask? And then we'll go, I promise. Yes, April. I just haven't had a chance to answer it. But I've seen it. Catherine, message me on Facebook. We will message him while we starve. It's a little dramatic, but I do know that there are some people who have messaged me and said, because of that list of food or whatever, is the only way I was able to feed my kids or get my kids school clothes or stuff like that. So while your comment is a little bit dramatic and I laugh, I know that it's truly the case for some people. And that's why I guess this did kind of bother me because I do feel like it's really selfish. She got you, will you? Yeah, just be careful what you say and how you say it. I hate the story that I've told you guys about the grown men. Uh, I just want that was such a life changing situation for me and made me realize um wow, like you just never know when it's somebody's worst day of their life. So someone wants to know what your Dollar General connection said about the video. I haven't talked to them about it yet. Um, but I haven't gotten a penny list yet either today, so I don't know. Maybe there isn't one. Hopefully that's the case, and they haven't like just ghosted me. Uh, Dana, we gotta figure that out. William's even texting me, bye. Say bye, Krista. He's a harassing me. Bye. I'm hanging up now because William told me to blame him.